In Thursday Twist segment, we always try to offer a different lens on things that you're reading about or hearing about in the education space, the leadership development space, or the organizational development space. And so equity has become a key word around, how we feel about the way things should be, about the way we're assessing some of our own decisions and our practices. And certainly this notion that we could be doing far more to help those that don't have the same start or the same privileges we do think in a different way. One of the things I think you've got to do on a Thursday Twist segment like this, particularly as a white male, is kind of seed some of your expertise, seed some of your experience or beliefs. You're not an expert on everything. You never will be. And when I go into situations where I can help staff a board or I can think differently about who to support, there's times when clearly people will look to me for my expertise or my privilege and expect me to do certain things. That's the very moment where you give someone a spot on the agenda. You support them with your resources or your time. You refer them to someone else. You make them aware of minority-owned business requirements and certain requests for proposals or certain sorts of projects around the country. If we want to get serious about equity, we're going to have to get serious about ceding some of our power and privilege. And there's ways, if you've been successful, that you can do that from a high-level leadership perspective, but you can even do it from where you start. We want all voices at the table. We want to find ways to cede airtime or speaking time. I heard this great story recently where a gentleman was no longer accepting spots on a panel if a woman wasn't recognized on that panel too. That's leadership. That's the ability to cede your privilege and your expertise and involve others in the practice of making things more equitable.